Hello friends, and welcome back to the Living Library, where we come to learn from God's true word. In just a little bit, you are going to learn an amazing and true Bible story. But before we get to that, I was wondering, do you want to play a guessing game with me? You do? Great. I am thinking of a story that's just pretend, that's make-believe. If I give you 3 clues, do you think you can guess what make-believe story I'm thinking of? Let's find out. This story has bears in it. This story has beds in it. And this story has porridge in it. Do you know what story I'm thinking of?
Goldilocks.
That's right! Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Great guessing, friends. Now that you've guessed my make-believe story, let's get ready to hear one that's true. Turn on your listening ears and get out your quiet library voice. Shh. Let's hear our Bible story for today.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Living Library. We are so excited that you are all here to learn more from God's true word.
That's right, Ethan. Even though the Bible was written a long time ago, we can still learn so much from it today. And that's part of what makes the Bible so amazing.
I can't wait to learn more from it. Hey, why don't we wake up BookBot to see what the word of the day is? Friends, can you all say, what's the word, BookBot?
What's the word, BookBot?
Hello, friends. It sounds like you are ready to learn. Today's word is training. If someone is in training, they are learning how to do a special skill or behavior. You can learn about a time some of God's people were in training in Daniel chapter 1. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, BookBot. Training. There are lots of things someone can train for. You can train for a job or a sport or even something like using the potty. You practice and learn how to do something. BookBot said we can learn more about training in Daniel 1. I think it's time to look in God's true word.
Friends, where do we find God's true word?
The Bible.
That's right, it's the Bible. Friends, which book is the very best? The Bible, the Bible. I said, which book is the very best? The Bible, the Bible.
You've got it, friends. The Bible, God's true word, is the very best book. Let's jump in. Ooh, much better.
Okay, everyone. BookBot told us to look in Daniel chapter 1. Remember, friends, the Bible is a big book made up of smaller books, but it's all one big story. The book of Daniel is right here.
Hey, I know about Daniel. He is one of the people that lived a long time ago when the Babylonians took over the land that God's people were living in.
That's right. And the ruler of Babylon was King Nebuchadnezzar. That's a long name. Can you all say it with me?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Great job. After they took over God's people, King Nebuchadnezzar told his men to go get young, strong, smart men and bring them to him for training.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no!
Sorry, everybody. I dropped a stack of books. We're practicing putting the books on the shelves for our librarian training. It's really hard, though.
Well, hey there, Stanley. Librarian training does get hard. You know, our story today is about training too. Would you like to stay and listen?
You bet. I need to learn as much as I can about being in training.
That's right. So, Nebuchadnezzar's men brought the king a group of Israelites that were the best of the best. A man named Daniel and his friends Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were part of that group. They were all taken to Nebuchadnezzar's palace and given wine to drink and food to eat from the king's own table. But Daniel didn't want to eat the king's food.
Why didn't Daniel want to eat the king's food?
That's a good question, Stanley. You see, friends, back in those times, there were foods that were clean and foods that were unclean. Some of the food that the king wanted them to eat was unclean food that was unpleasing to God. Daniel had to fight the temptation to eat the food that was unclean. Daniel said to the guard, "Please, test us for 10 days. Give us only vegetables and water, and then compare us to the other men." Daniel trusted that God is in control. He knew that God would help them. The guard agreed, and after 10 days, Daniel and his men were stronger, faster, and healthier than all of the other men in training.
Wow, Daniel and his friends trusted in God and he helped them.
That's right, but God didn't stop there. God also blessed Daniel and his friends so that they were very smart. God even helped Daniel understand dreams and visions. At the end of their training, the king was greatly pleased with Daniel and his friends. The Bible tells us that no matter what the king asked of them, he found Daniel and his friends were 10 times better than anyone else in the kingdom.
Wow, so while they were in a new place, Daniel and his friends trusted in God the whole time they went through training? They knew that God is in control?
That's right. God had big plans for Daniel and his friends, and we'll get to learn more about that later this month. God is in control. He was in control of Daniel's life, and he is in control of our lives too. Hey, Stanley, before you go away, can you tell us what you learned today?
I learned that we can trust God. God is in control.
Great. Thanks for sharing. We'll see you next time. Hey, Ethan, before we try our verse and pray, can you tell me what you learned today?
Of course, friends, it must have been really hard for Daniel and his friends to trust in God, even when everyone else around him wasn't. And it might be hard for us to fully understand God's plan for us, but we can trust that it is good. And that sounds like a new memory verse that we have, so let's stand up and do it together. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5.
Friends, before we sing and dance, let's do our poem and pray. Open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, lay them in your lap, lap, lap. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for these kids, and they could just come here and learn about you. Help us remember that you are in control in our lives just like you were in Daniel and his friends' lives. We love you, and help us to serve you and praise you. Amen. Now, let's sing and dance.
I get scared sometimes, so I cover my eyes. But that's so silly, 'cause God is always with me. So I stand up tall, remember He is strong. I won't be afraid, God is always with me. Fear, get out of here. Fear, get out of here now. Fear, get out of here. Get out of here for good. I'll see you later. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. Scared sometimes, so I cover my eyes. But that's so silly, 'cause God is always with me. So I stand up tall, remember He is strong. I won't be afraid, God is always with me. Fear, get out of here. Fear, get out of here now. Fear, get out of here. Get out of here for good. I'll see you later. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. I don't need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't really need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't really need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. Fear, get out of here. Fear, get out of here now. Fear, get out of here. Get out of here for good. I'll see you later. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator. See you later. I'll see you later. See you later. See you later, alligator.
Hello again, friends. Let's take a minute to remember what we've learned. Today, we learned about Daniel. Daniel had to make a choice between following the king or following God. And Daniel knew that it was the most important thing to follow God because God is in control. And God helped Daniel to be strong and brave and wise. Oh, what an amazing and true story. We'll see you next time, friends.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, let us know by telling your parents to hit the thumbs up.
And to never miss an upload, click the subscribe button and hit that little bell icon so you never miss another video of ours. Well,
Bye
see you
friends.
guys.